Hello guys, this is Fraud. Guys, this is Fraud Collector 91. We're gonna take a look at some of my consoles, or handhelds, or whatever systems. Okay. Last one went way too long, so I didn't publish it. So let's take a look. Zip through them. PlayStation 2 got this last year for Christmas. It's backwards compatible. I do have PS1 games for it. In fact, I got one right in there right now. R4, Ridge Racer Type 4. I used to have a PS1 when I was little. It broke, sold all the games, had like 30 games, and burnt the system, which sucked because this thing, I would have been playing the games on there. Sega Genesis. And with the best game on there is the 6-pack. Best game on the system. But I got that last year for my birthday. And it's a pretty good console. It's a Model 2. GameCube. Count this as two systems because I got the Game Boy player on there with a game in there. Tetris. And then I do have a regular GameCube game in there. I got Need for Speed Carbon in there. So yeah, pretty good system. But most of the games you can get on PS2. So that's why I play PS2 more. Nintendo 64. This was my first system that I had that was actually mine. And it's a great console. Light on. When I first got it, I spent so much money on games, and this was one of my games I got back when I was actually buying games for it. Beetle Adventure Racing. I wrote the name on there, so that it's on the shelf. I know what game it is. I don't know why they don't have end labels, but I don't know. I'm not Nintendo. Might as well show a couple of my accessories for it. Ultra Racer 64. I seen one for PS1. I wanted to get that one, but I never did. But I got one for N64. Pretty cool. It's very good for racing games. So yeah, check that out. Then I got a memory card, Rumble Pack. Then going to 7th generation, I do not have any 8th generation consoles like the PS Vita or 3DS. I do have an Xbox 360 Elite. This is the new redesign model. You can see all my fingerprints on there. But yeah. This is my second favorite controller of all time. My first one is the number one of all time, I think, is the GameCube. It's so comfortable. And but when I get bigger hands, I'm gonna like this one more because it has bigger handles. But the best controller of all time, of course, is the NES. That's the best system of all time also. So, yeah. Xbox 360. Might as well show off my my game stack. This is where I keep most of my games that are in bigger boxes. So I got like GameCube, Xbox 360, and the rest is like PS2. And right there's some books. But let's take a look at the handhelds now. Nintendo DS. This is the light version. So yeah, Nintendo DS Lite. It's a pretty good game system. This was my first handheld I got. So yeah, first handheld I ever got. Got this for Christmas one year. And my next handheld is the iPod Touch. As you can see, I'm using that to videotape right now. Yes, I count it as a handheld system. Because there are games on it. I count this as a video game system. So, yeah, iPod Touch. I count it. So, you can see right there on the screen. But not anymore. Damn it, you still can. But, yeah, Nintendo DS, good system. iPod Touch, great handheld. Probably one of the best handhelds ever made, of course. Thank you, Steve Jobs. Next, after those two, after the iPod Touch and DS, I'm not doing this by year order, I'm not doing this by the year it came out, I'm just throwing it. There's no specific order, okay? Just so you guys know. Game Boy Advance. Pretty good handheld. Got this for $5. And, used. And it's pretty beat up. Can't tell on the camera, but it's pretty bad. But there's good games on it. Game Boy Color. This was the first handheld I ever got. Or, no, first Game Boy I ever got. And I love it. It's backwards compatible with original Game Boy games. And you can play Game Boy Color games on it. Who wouldn't want that? Game Boy Color. Get it. It's awesome. And of course this is probably the most common color. It's just green. I set it in there. Oh guys, be expecting a Game Boy collection video in the next week or two, okay? So from the day that I publish this, be expecting a Game Boy collection video, okay? Let's see if I can get it open. I do not have an NES. I did when I was little, but I do have inside this case I got, and you guys can probably tell already since I have it halfway out, the original Game Boy. This is a rare see-through model. It's a Play Loud model. Now instead of having an NES, I bought this. My NES broke a long time ago, so picked this up for $10. And there's many great ports from the original NES on there, like Klax. I do have Klax on here and Pac-Man. So those are some ports I picked up. And of course you got Mario and stuff like that. So yeah, those are all my handhelds and systems and stuff. So total there's 11. We got the Game Boy Player, Game Boy Color, GameCube, Game Boy Advance, original Game Boy. I don't have enough fingers out here to count. So yeah, I'm a kid. Can't expect to have so many systems, so many games, considering my budget and considering my age. You know, I just gotta get the money, and the collection will keep on growing. Okay, so it's a fun hobby. I recommend video game collecting for many reasons. And see you later. Bye bye.